Hey all, and welcome back for another round of HellfireComms Patreon TV comms. We got another batch of Disney comms for you today, y'all, courtesy, as usual, from Loki Rex. We have Aladdin with Never Say Nefer, episode 7 of Gargoyles, the introduction of TailSpin, episode 1 of that, and the third episode of House of Mouse, the Three Caballeros. So, a good selection here, and one episode more than we usually do for a batch, mostly because I forgot to put the Aladdin one in, like a dunce in an earlier thing. Oh well, now that we've got the the database or spreadsheet set up, we shouldn't really be having those problems, but we're going to start with Aladdin here, so if you're ready, Tanner, I'm also ready.
Ready to go.
Let's do this shit. In 3, 2, 1. Also check the video description if you need help singing, etc. I should have done that before I did the countdown. Oh well, whatever, too late now.
That's fine. I'm sure people have got it by now.
And if they haven't, they will soon. So what's your history with the show, mate?
I definitely watched a good number of episodes of this, Hercules, and I think some of the Little Mermaid episodes, because they aired on, for us, we didn't have Disney Channel for a long time. It was Family Channel. And there was a block, I think Saturday mornings, where they would do like an episode of like all the TV adaptations all in a row.
Right.
And I remember watching them and all thinking like, man, these are good.
Thankfully, there's seemingly a semi-renaissance of Disney, like, you have a movie and then it has a series sort of things coming out, because we have Moana, we have Princess and the Frog. I think that's about it, so 2, better than 0, I guess.
Oh, there was a Big Hero 6.
Ah, yes, of course, well, Baymax, really. Oh, you mean the actual series, yeah. Gilbert Gottfried really had it made with that voice. I can't think of any birds in fiction and not think of Iago.
No, he has made the bird voice.
I guess it's I have you here. How do you feel about Dan Castellaneta as Gina?
You know, because when I watched this, I was a little kid. I didn't even realize that it wasn't like the voice from the movie. But as soon as I learned that it's Homer Simpson's voice, I now can't ever unhear that at any time.
Well, for me, I hear Earthworm Jim more than anything.
Oh, well, I never watched that.
It's pretty good. If you've watched Freak and Lloyd, you'd probably really enjoy Earthworm Jim.
Well, I never watched that either.
Well, fuck. 2 out of 2. It's okay, it's just gonna pretend they didn't see that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It was a mirage. They're in the desert.
I was gonna say, the entire place is demolished. It's not meant to look like this for another 1,000 years. I think I remember this episode, but only just. Yeah, these fuckers.
Definitely not ringing a bell for me.
Genie, always resorting to violence with no recourse.
It's a bit weird seeing a bird face man without the Gilbert Gottfried voice in this art style.
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Oh, jeez.
Not only are they short, they're racist. They're the worst combination.
Don't worry, Genie, you're one of the good ones.
Yeah, my best friend is blue. Not bad, not bad.
I think the creator of, Tasmanian Devil looks at this and cocks an eyebrow slightly.
I could find Disney, but they would destroy me. Both in court and on the court, in a Space Jam, no less.
Can you imagine if they did like a Space Jam for like court battles?
Well, that. You mean they don't? The thing with these sorts of shows is they can have like really average animation, but sometimes in certain shots it'll just be super fluid and almost uncanny.
You can sort of see when they outsource episodes to other countries, right? Or certain shots where it just suddenly becomes Sakuga.
Yeah, like that one episode of Hercules with, I think it's like the clay woman, and I think it's only because like Jennifer Aniston was voicing her or something.
Oh, they put in the extra effort for that.
That was very specific. You want to talk about it?
They're also not unionized, right?
Jesus. Really?
Really?
I didn't even realize until now. Here's a movie reference for you.
I love Punch Out.
Aladdin just kind of puts up with it at this point.
He's fine with the fact that Genie can see through all time and make references to it. It's like that one post that says, "This is a meme from 10 years in the future, you'll get it then," and it looks suspiciously like Among Us.
God,
It's like, that was him.
God damn it. Camp Granada. Sorry.
Okay, is this Bebop or Rocksteady?
Getting Fantasia vibes from this guy.
Yeah, this is remarkably silly.
Why can't he just dance outside of the city? He's a little thick and that would not work.
Iago's got a bit of a gambling addiction.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take my wings. Find that offensive, and quite frankly, I'm glad he got stepped on.
Does that feel like a microaggression to you?
Fucking microaggression.
Gene will just go through every country's stereotype until he finds the one that stops him.
So this is a very silly episode.
This is incredibly silly.
Aladdin, you want to be assertive in this episode? In the show that's fucking named after you?
He got hit with a tranquilizer dart.
It's no excuse.
I really have to wonder what, like, the bulletin board was for planning this episode. Like, did they just write giant rhino dancing? And that was it?
Thick buttocks. Giant lad. Iago skinned. Looks like another round of the scabs coming in to rebuild everything.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
If this is just gonna devolve into genie shenanigans, a la, like, you know, Roadrunner Coyote stuff, then I'm fine with that.
Jesus, you are ferociously off model there, Genie. That was just a straight up reference. That wasn't even clever. That's Rene Auberjonois as Nefer. You may know him as Master Fong in Shaolin Showdown.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry if I butchered your name on the rare chance that you're sitting here listening to this commentary.
He looks out for any Nafir related videos on YouTube.
I was going to say, the thing that has no visible brain.
It's a rare sentence.
These get less funny the older I get.
What? But would it even be funny for a kid? I feel like they don't know what Rambo is.
It's Genie being funny. That's all I need to know. Don't get me wrong, I still love Genie as a character, but it's just like a reference for the sake of a reference. It's obviously Robin Williams' stand-up. I feel like you could still float with your legs, but now I'm just nitpicking at this point.
See, that's funny. It's non-referential, but just him turning green from the smell?
Also, they're cursed shoes. Okay.
Ah, Sonic Labyrinth.
Well, Sonic didn't dance during that, but he sure was subjected to a shitty game. Why not just get his lamp? It seems like less of an effort. This is some sort of kink, isn't it?
It might be. It might be.
The writer's not so hidden fetish. Well, at least they left a note. That's nice. I don't have 700 coppers. I don't have 1 copper.
My lack of money is literally my whole point. Oh, Lord, they coming.
Oh my god. This episode is fucking clown shoes.
It is, literally. Can you imagine if Disney came out with, like, NFTs and the first thing they came out with was, like, Nafir on them?
I hate that idea so much, Tanner.
Like, because it'd be so in character.
Don't seem to be many people living in the city besides the Sultan, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think there is anyone.
Just move.
Iago was just playing solitaire as his gambling there. Has his flute playing skills been established at any point?
Oh yeah, it happened during the second movie.
Oh, actually?
No, you fool. You.
It's been so long since I've seen it, I don't know.
Well, it's funny because Return of Jafar leads into this. It was basically a pilot for the show. And it wasn't very good. That's okay, just blow my mind with anachronisms, it's fine.
Oh, please tell me they, like, do, like, some 90s rap with Aladdin after this.
I thought the city looked vaguely Russian to begin with.
Oh, here we go. It's no power line.
I don't really know what to say at this point. I'm kind of mentally checked out for my own good.
This is like something you'd watch at like 6 a.m. when you're sick as a kid that you don't remember much about but have vague recollections of.
Yeah, this is the Sharky and George of fucking Aladdin. It's almost over, Tom. I do like this show a lot. Let's just say this episode isn't ready for me.
No, it's so weird. What was that about the barely disguised fetish?
All one of us. Oh, that fluid animation combined with the weird face was not nice.
He looks like a Club Penguin character.
And so they danced until they died. The end. Oh, thank God it's done.
This was such a trip. Okay.
Ugh, the more it played, the more memories came back that I didn't want to come back, but hey, we got through it in one piece, and now I never have to watch it ever again. Alright, let's see what's next up on the docket. We have Season 1, Episode 7 of Gargoyles, so let me go here, bring this one up.
Slightly different tone for this, I'm going to assume.
Oh god, I hope so, because I swear if we get into this thing and Lexington has enchanted shoes that make him dance, I'm gonna throw myself out the fucking window. Okay, I'm ready if you are, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Episode 7 of Gargoyles, titled Temptation, in 3, 2, 1. What's your history with Gargoyles, mate?
So Gargoyles for us premiered on, again, Family Channel. That got all the Disney stuff. But it was on at the same time as like Power Rangers and a few anime shows actually that the channel picked up. So it was in that early morning epic show block. And I remember watching a few episodes, and I almost thought it was too dark. I didn't like it that much as a kid. It felt like I was watching something that I wasn't supposed to. But of course, that's kind of the appeal now, is that, yo, Disney made this?
I've been meaning to ask, this doesn't have some weird Canadian title like Beast Wars did, does it?
No, because war isn't in it, so that's okay.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure there was some war, or maybe it was more of a skirmish, so it was allowed to air unmolested. You know this is a good one, because the guy has a middle name.
You know, you should never look straight at welding. Doesn't matter if you're a gargoyle or not.
They can sleep it off. What the hell, did you steal this from the biker mice from Mars?
Yeah, look at this toy that they can sell.
Thinking smart there, Brooklyn.
Aw, frick, that's so cool.
Flash cape. I hope for your sake you find entirely flat roads and not a single bump.
That is actually such a sick looking bike, even if it's incredibly inefficient to have that thing on the front.
You know, the Gargoyles are more about aesthetic than efficiency, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, they don't care about the mileage of it.
Oh, a familiar sight. I think I know where the temptation aspect comes in.
And of course they're at the donut shop. They have to be.
Remember the 90s where cops were, just bumbling fools and nothing more?
Was such a different time.
You know, I was just thinking to myself last night as I was settling down for bed that, maybe things weren't as perfect as I imagined them to be in the 90s, and I was just shielded by being a fucking stupid child.
Possibly. Hey, Acura shot.
Don't do it, Brooklyn, you're not cool enough. I mean, you could be, but not now.
Are they gonna do the thing of like, there's bikers look weird, so he can join them, no problem. Ignore the tail and all that.
These are the nicest bikers in existence. Never mind, there's the the bikers I recognise. Oh my god!
They're going to town on him.
They just immediately try to stomp a mud hole in this fucker. I don't think that's what they draw at first glance. But you have to save the gun for the very special episode.
Look at these, like, final fight opponents. Oh my god, it's a gun!
Shut my mouth. I must have forgotten. How weak was that bike?
It was made of explodium.
Who could this mysterious gargoyle be? To be fair, you probably could have saved some bullets if you stopped shooting the moment they were out of sight. You seem pretty pristine for having done so.
I mean, you just kind of did a couple moves and that was it.
I lost my bike, in case... You don't know me, Demona. You don't know me and my bike. Poor Brooklyn. So desperate for attention, I guess? I don't know. He's just gullible. He's missing movie night. This is most peculiar.
You also wore the wrong colors in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, you may have kind of incited a gang war.
Like how as a kid, if I'd watch this, I'd be like, no, humans are great. But as I get older, it's like, no, she has a point.
Hashtag vote Demona just pops up on screen. Yeah, we can still hold hands while we're gliding. No, that was just for the ledge.
You know, according to like Spider-Man PS4, this happens like every 5 minutes.
Seriously. Demona may have just kept a schedule and is leading Brooklyn to them, on time, for all we know.
Next is gonna be a kid losing their balloon.
Yeah, there it is. I just want a motion tween a balloon going up the screen.
I was expecting the kid to get hit by a car there for a sec.
Oh my god, and the car to explode.
Yeah, and it just a tragedy of errors.
It's the same gun that was out of bullets. It must have just been thrown very hard at someone. Brooklyn gets black pilled the episode.
Yeah. You know, if you squint really hard, he looks like Firebrand from, Ghosts and Goblins.
And since we're on the comparison wagon here, I'm really getting, at least these days, a whole Optimus versus Megatron kind of thing with Goliath and Demona.
Yeah, for sure.
Right down to the erotic tension.
I was gonna say the sexual tension's there too. Yes.
That's not the right character, you fool.
Close enough.
Fucking beasties. I'm not gonna let that go. Another incel radicalized. You hate to see it.
It's a little upscale apartment, 3-bedroom, cheap rent.
I mean, we could live anywhere that can take statues, but oh, that's awkward.
That was a very fast sunrise.
Really? It changes depending on whether it's dramatic for the episode or not, let's be honest.
I actually had a house not too far from me that was just like a regular suburban house that had gargoyles on top. And let me tell you, my family, well, my mom hated it because she's like, it's bringing down the property value because it didn't even fit the house. It was just a regular house with full gargoyles on it.
then young Tanner was just watching Gargoyles, and the mum was there, and she got an idea, because it was the first episode of all the genociding. Going for a shit, don't bother me. Really wish I hadn't thought of this following a shit joke, but rip Ed Asner, sadly passed away since we last recorded some Gargoyles.
Mm-hmm. Time to go pill some more people.
Yeah.
Man, I kind of miss when shows had orchestral soundtracks like this, at least cartoons.
Finally, the work print version of Harry Potter where he uses a gun instead of a wand. Hocus pocus. Okay, I'm done.
So I've been listening to this podcast.
I'm just saying, he makes a good point.
You know, he says it like it is.
Okay, it's getting a bit too real now. Et tu, Brooklyn?
Have you heard the good word, my friend?
Ah, yes.
That is a primal scream.
You and your good lighting. Sigma mindset. Just do whatever you want while hypnotized.
It's a good thing it seemingly lowers his agility, too.
Apparently.
Walking around like Mr. X. He will, but I won't.
Technicalities.
The lighting in this room can best be described as a Sailor Moon background.
You're not wrong. I sees it. I acknowledges it. There's a few black pills going around this episode. Completely forgot they had tails for the longest time in this episode. Them, not me. I'm not stupid.
I like he opens it up to try and find it before he realizes, I don't even know what I'm looking for.
I don't even know what a book is. You fool! This was a rental!
Like a dog under a carpet. It has no idea what to do.
Thankfully, he has just enough autonomy to save himself from falling.
Running? It's too much. Flying? He can do that. Oh, look at that dodge.
Oh, he mad.
There's been a few good screams this episode.
Go directly into my Scream collection.
If it got wet, you could just use a hair dryer. It's happened to me.
I suppose I should free you.
Have you tried giving the command of not being under control anymore?
Slap his nuts. That would wake anyone up.
The illusion of free will.
Kind of cringe saying that to someone who's half black, half Native American.
Oh no!
For the whole truth, subscribe to my podcast.
I'd listen to Goliath's podcast.
The Goliath Experience.
So do people not just look up and see that they're in different poses every day?
No. He's so sad. Alright, there we go. That was episode 7 of Gargoyles, Temptation. Demona came back to try and do a bit of damage, but as usual for this early in the season, just got foiled.
It was nice to go back to this, honestly. I forgot how, actually action-packed it was.
Yeah, it's always been one of my favourites. Next up, we have episode 1 of TailSpin. You remember this one, mate?
I remember it, but I can definitely say I've never watched it.
Well, alright then, let's get on into it. Here we go. Episode 1 of TailSpin in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this part of the Disney afternoon, suckers.
I definitely remember seeing a commercial for this and being like, wait, isn't that the guy from the Jungle Book? And being a bit confused. Because, of course, slight different world in this.
Yeah, very much so. I also have a vivid memory of reading, like, the TV Times, you know, the list of stuff when it's coming on and whatnot. I don't know why I have to TV Guide explain you, but it said TailSpin, and I thought, oh, like Tails from Sonic. Then Baloo appeared on the screen, which was a bit jarring, but yeah, this is one of those Disney afternoon shows that I don't really have much experience with, but I've seen an episode here or there. Baloo and the something of tomorrow.
You know, between this and the guy from DuckTales, Disney really liked their pilots, huh?
Yeah, they sure did. If I'm recalling correctly, these guys came back in the 2017 DuckTales show.
Yeah, I think a number of TailSpin characters did. They kind of brought in, like, the whole Disney afternoon crew, which is so cool.
I know the kid did, but like aged up and whatnot. And this pilot is just straight up Bagheera.
That is not the voice I'd expect from him.
It's my first day. Good job this plane has autopilot.
Right?
It's okay, I actually saw his parachute this time.
It's okay as long as they have a parachute for a couple frames.
Kinda rude, but alright.
Oh, his voice is definitely familiar.
Yeah, I think that might be Jim Cummings, mate.
I think it is Jim Cummings, yeah. You can hear it when he gets a little angrier.
Uh-huh. Let's see if I can find the cast list here. Yep, it's Jim Cummings.
A little bit of, like, young Indiana Jones vibe right now.
A little bit, yeah.
He's not a reptile.
It's okay, he's committed to this whole rhyming shtick. See ya. Getting fucking vertigo with the shivers and whatnot.
Just smacks him. Alright, if I was a kid, I'd want this thing so badly.
Oh, of course.
This is literally like sketching behind a car on a skateboard, but with a plane.
Blue is so base, just fucks around all day, don't care.
Did you see the live action Jungle Book?
I haven't actually.
It's actually, out of all the Disney live actions, which I don't like any of them really, that one is good. I like it a lot.
The Cinderella one is pretty good. Alright, we got Blue von Brunwald, the 13th.
Oh, jeez.
Voiced by Ed Gilbert. I'm not sure if that's the same guy who voiced him in the movie or not, actually.
I'm not sure.
No, that goes back a little too far. He also voiced Baloo in Jungle Cubs, the other Jungle Book spin-off.
Oh, I didn't even know there was another one.
That was a fun show.
He wasn't really hitchhiking. He was outside of it. Well, not just because you're both bears or anything. That'd be a bit strange there, isn't it? It's a bit ironic that Capcom ended up making the TailSpin game, considering he's just wearing an M. Bison hat. Baloo has pissed on my wife.
Oh, it's all over. I will never be clean. Nor will the wife. He's going to do awful, terrible, dark things in that plane.
It's a good thing there's always so many convenient barrels near staircases.
If you want to get attacked, go into like a bar or something. They always have barrels to spare.
He's being pretty calm about him nearly dying.
Oh, he's got his little board thing. It's the fucking best name ever.
It's a strong one.
Alright. Kit Cloudkicker, voiced by R.J. Williams as a child in some episodes, Alan Roberts in others, and by Adam Pally as an adult in DuckTales 2017. Basically plays the role of navigator aboard the Sea Duck, and I hope that's not alcoholic, but then again, rules could be different between humans and bears.
Well, yes, because you are a child.
Yeah. I wonder how this show got pitched. Okay, I want to take the characters from the Jungle Book and have a sky-faring, pirate-filled, rough and tumble adventure.
I'm not sure. I think they must have just been like, we want to do something with them, but the jungle itself is just too restrictive, right? I don't know. Apparently, this episode was nominated for an Emmy for Outstanding Animated Program.
I can see it. It's okay, you're allowed to be racist to dogs in this world. Got 'em.
Just got to show the. Oh, I guess they don't have to show the parachutes if they're bad guys.
Remember, you can do anything you want as long as they explode.
Or just show them okay. Look at this, like, Miyazaki shot.
I was gonna say. I guess if there's any comparison, it will probably be Porco Rosso.
Yeah, I have the Wikipedia page up, and apparently there's people were comparing it to Porco Rosso, even though Porco Rosso came out 2 years after this. Just a little bit of tax fraud didn't hurt nobody.
I'd like to see him fucking catch me, little britches.
You're such a little loser there.
Look at you. I could just eat you. No one would miss you. We've got stakes now, Tanner.
I like how nothing mattered to him until they tried to, repo his plane.
That's actually a kind of underrated joke. That'd probably mean more to me if I knew what one of those was.
What horrible creatures.
Satan's spawn and no mistake. Oh god, these fuckers again.
They're still here?
We want the box! Such a misunderstanding. A series of trials and tribulations.
The backgrounds are really well drawn. It's kind of beautiful at times.
I gotta bump you down to like a B for that.
The Pilot Wings review guy's there. He's like, it's a 80 out of 100.
I hope they put 64 on the Nintendo Switch Online, because I really want to play it.
I could see them doing that. That's a small enough one that it'd be easy to pop on.
My baby. My sweet plain baby. This is gonna end very grisly when the kit gets fucking mauled.
Ha! Grizzly! They're bears.
Yeah, I know, he's a sloth bear, I'm pretty sure. There's like 3 plots going on at once here. You have like the box and whatnot, the scuppered plane, these terrifying bird demons.
I guess it makes sense they have to make up new animals considering the animals are the people. We are literally on islands. How could you walk here?
Shit, you got me there.
Naming someone dump truck now has a bit of a different connotation.
Again, stay out of my mind, Tanner. Just a bunch of farty birds, all they are. Oh boy. That was like an explosion of alligators.
I guess they haven't evolved to be, fully clothed people in this world.
Nature is cruel and selective. The answer was the birds. Good night. This is amazingly fast character development for, the bratty teen archetype.
It's like they go and get it and it's cubic zirconium, so it's worth like $25. All right.
Oh, TailSpin, yeah. That was surprisingly fun, actually.
Yeah, no, it was good. It definitely, I could see how this was like, because it was like the pilot, they put in a lot of that extra effort, and it was a two-parter, so I'm sure it aired together originally.
Yeah, that's all I have to say, really. It's Jungle Book characters in a kind of, I forget what the actual name of the movie is. It's like Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow or something.
You got it, yeah.
Nice. It just took a swing, and it wasn't a miss. It was a hit. I have been recording for nearly 2.5 hours now, so I'm starting to wind down a little bit, but we have one more episode, and it's one of my favourite Disney shows, The House of Mouse. Season 1, Episode 3, The Three Caballeros. So shall we bring it on home, Tanner?
Let's do this.
Alright, here we go. Last one of this batch in 3, 2, 1. I'm pretty sure I said this to Neo, but man, I was hype as fuck for the first episode of this, and it didn't really disappoint.
I definitely remember seeing the commercials for this show, and my brain went to, oh my god, is this basically a Kingdom Hearts show? Mind you, I didn't play Kingdom Hearts, I only saw the commercials for it, but I thought, finally, I can experience it, even though it's unrelated entirely, just a crossover. I watched this enough that I memorized the theme and it's coming back to me.
Oh yeah, getting nostalgia pilled by the second.
Massively. And here he is wearing none of that.
I was gonna say.
Who's that giant from?
I wanna say... Oh, Pooh Bear. Rabbit just fucking pissed in the background for some reason. Jack and the Beanstalk, obviously, but...
Yeah, but I don't know from what that was.
I'll look it up.
Oh god, I remember this episode got stuck in my head, the song they sing.
Willie the Giant from Fun and Fancy Free.
Oh, okay. I just have a big smile on my face right now.
Right, yeah, I'm a big fan of the Timon and Pumbaa show. We've covered a bit of that, and I think we might be covering some more in the future.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I love that show too.
This is a look for Donald.
I kind of like them all in just casual, like business casual clothes. Never mind, I take it back.
He's French, you know. So basically, if you've never watched House of Mouse before, it's just like an excuse to have like some casual plot packaging all these like new cartoons and whatnot.
It's such a great way to do it, right? Because you had the old shorts, and then kind of now we have House of Mouse, but then you also have the new Mickey Mouse show, which is just its own separate one, and I like it. You have like different eras.
I think these bears are from Fun and Fancy Free as well. Can't think of anything other than memes when it comes to beans, I'm sorry.
Right? It's one of those foods that's been ruined. It's almost like putting animals in captivity can ruin them when they need to use their natural skills.
Somehow I don't think that's the moral they wanted us to take from this.
I was gonna say, for a Donald cartoon, it took a while to get to the Donald.
To be fair, if, like, Donald knew that the bear needed this to survive the winter, he probably still wouldn't give it up.
Anyone who's gone fishing knows it's not about the actual fish, it's just about the principle of the thing.
Yeah, really.
Because, I mean, that's what catch and release is. It's just about the principle of catching it.
Donald gets mauled, the end.
Ah, naked! What did they yell?
I don't know, honestly.
Sound like Masher. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, those descalers are like brutal.
Jesus Christ. He gloved his hand and then fucking poured salt in the wound.
That's the most brutal thing I think I've seen, and we just watched gargoyles with guns.
Yeah, oh my god. At this rate, you won't have to worry about hibernating because he'll be fucking dead.
So do you think Donald has to, like, eat rocks to grind up the fish like ducks actually do? Because they don't have teeth, right? So they
Oh, of
eat
course.
rocks, and then the rocks grind up in the gizzard. Always a convenient hammock.
Indeed.
I think no fish in existence has been as sought after as this one.
Exactly. We're including Moby Dick here, so you know that's bad. Thinking about the beans!
Kind of an extreme hunger to eat it bones and all. He's going home to fill his GameCube controller with him.
I see. Shut up.
I don't know if I'd trust the chefs there to not turn it into, you gotta cook those properly or you die. I like Donnie D over here.
Of course, there's a fucking weasel.
I never understood the joke about the blank formerly known as, because I didn't know about, like, that whole saga with Prince as a kid. What?
Yeah, I don't really get that joke.
Yo, this dude with 3 pens at once.
Yeah, they're the Bimbets from Beauty and the Beast.
All right, yeah.
Goofy cartoons were always the best.
Oh, they're great. Oh, his how-to ones are always good.
I thought that said smarty bitches. Are you a smarty bitch? I bet you are. Based.
Oh yeah, he's such a good character.
Like, is there any bad duck character? They're like the best and most fleshed out of all the Disney characters.
You're not wrong.
That includes Quack Pack THD. Yeah, I'm calling you out.
Feel like this is a little stacked in favor of a certain side here.
They should put him in Kingdom Hearts. I think he'd be fun.
Yeah, can you imagine him and, like, Zexion being friends?
Yeah, oh man. Shit, put him in Quadratum, like he's trying to prove the existence of a real world or something.
Oh, frick, that'd be so good.
I still like the idea of Oswald being Mickey's counterpart. How to sit. Step 1. Sit. Sitting complete.
Yeah, Goofy's lesser-known catchphrase. That's a good movie.
It is. It's actually a pretty good movie. Are you saying it again? I will make it iconic.
That looks like a stand power.
Oh my god.
How'd you predict that?
I'm scared. Like, Ludwig was talking about psychic ability.
Oh my god. All right, I might use this in English class, actually, this clip here. I like it.
It's really helpful.
Gonna flex on these actual children.
These babies.
Didn't we also bring up a Disney Space Jam too?
Oh god, no!
It's all connected. Don't worry, Goofy, I'm with you there.
To be honest, if it was 2 plus 2, I'd still need a calculator.
He made a little emoji. Oh dang, we're in like a Newgrounds Flash animation.
Again, this is just an enemy stand. This is a perfect learning tool for you.
Yeah, I like it. And just like school, you don't actually have to do anything, you just get pushed on through.
Indeed.
Don't ask a sport question to a nerd.
Mwah mwah.
Ah, that's why he kept saying it. You know the entire short was planned around that pun. That one audience member thought that was the funniest thing ever.
Love these guys.
Isn't it like, aren't they his cousins or something?
I'm not entirely sure, but they originated in a film in the 40s, I believe, also called The Three Caballeros. There was also a Three Caballeros series that was short-lived, but I watched like a couple of episodes and it was pretty good.
Yeah, I remember that. And this is the song that I had stuck in my head for years, and now it's going to be back in. Great, awesome.
You're not real, Donald. You're not jiving with them. So yeah, the green parrot, I believe, is Jose Carioca. The red bird, whose type escapes me, oh, he's a rooster, is Panchito Pistoles. Bit on the nose, but alright.
I've definitely, I've gone to Mexico a couple times, and you'll just see art of them everywhere because, like, the Speedy Gonzales, they looked at this and went, yep, this is perfect. We love them.
Oh, the current voice of Panchito, as in the guy doing it now, is Carlos, very hard to pronounce second name, Alazraqui, who was the original voice of Spyro in the first game.
Wow, interesting.
He's also Rocco in Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh, yeah, okay. Free duck. Okay, that's pretty good.
I won't be Donald if he wasn't raging every other second, I suppose.
Yeah, that's his whole shtick. I think it was a game mechanic in one of the games he was in.
Yeah. That was fun. I don't really have anything else to add to that, but I am completely out of energy now, so maybe it's for the best.
Oh yeah, no, it was nice to go back to this, seeing the shorts. It was interesting because you appreciate both the shorts and the connecting pieces in different ways, and
Yeah.
you can appreciate both of them. I liked it. Nice to go back to.
Thank you very much, Loki, for continuing to commission Disney stuff. We have a bunch more batches coming up, so stay tuned for those. If you guys want your own Patreon TV comms, hit up patreon.com/HellfireComms. If you check the tiers and whatnot, you'll see what you can get and the prices and whatnot. Please be aware there is a backlog we're working for as fast as possible, so you may have to wait upwards of a year to get your content, but you don't have to, continue to pay after you've paid the first time. So you can just stop on by the Discord and hang out with us, really. We'll see you next time for another batch of HSC Patreon TV comms. Bye-bye.